All right, welcome back, football fans. If you've been following the Elite Cup, well, you know we've just seen some absolutely massive semifinal action, both on the men's and women's side.
Absolutely huge.
The road to the championship, it hasn't been smooth at all. It's been paved with stunning upsets, incredible comebacks, and just pure, sheer grit.
Yeah, you nailed it there.
So today, our mission in this deep dive is basically to break down all those key moments, the star performances, and yeah, the surprising twists from these Elite Cup semis. We've been digging through all the match reports, the notes, trying to give you the most important insights, almost like you're right there with us, getting that exclusive locker room pass.
And yeah, to provide that kind of insight, we're drawing straight from detailed excerpts from Elite Cup semifinal showdowns, gives us all the crucial play-by-play, the behind-the-scenes stuff, and why this really matters to you. Look, even if you couldn't watch every single second of these matches, understanding these results and the stories behind them, well, it means you'll be really well informed for any chat, water cooler talk or deeper discussions about elite football.
Exactly.
This isn't just about scores. It's really about the stories unfolding on the pitch, the tactics, the moments.
Okay, let's dive straight into the men's side then. And what a start to the semis that was. Our first match.
Wow, it felt like an absolute test of wills.
It really did.
We're talking Alvarado, the host team from Darmendra Karube, playing at home. But crucially, they were tired, still feeling that quarterfinal against Atlas, and the big news, missing their main keeper, Gatto, injured.
Yeah, that was a big factor.
And facing them, Nostalgia from Menor, a team that came in as the clear #1 favorites to win the whole thing.
So you had that dynamic, didn't you? The tired, injury-hit hosts, with a home crowd, but vulnerable, facing the big favorites, who were probably feeling pretty confident. It was a classic setup, yeah. Almost too perfect for drama. And the decisive moment, it came pretty early, actually. 23rd minute, Nostalgia's midfielder Rio started it, found Pazvoy, quick exchange between the midfielders.
Opened them up.
Exactly. And then Pazvoy just unleashed this phenomenal long shot. Reports call it a banger, and honestly, it was. Thunderous strike. Alvarado's subkeeper, absolutely no chance.
Yeah, unstoppable. And that goal, coming so early, it really dictated the rest of the match, didn't it?
It did. It forced Alvarado to chase. And like the report said, the second half it slowed right down. Alvarado couldn't find a way through, couldn't find the energy, maybe the creativity against a Nostalgia defense that just looked really solid.
Yeah, they managed the game well after that goal, held on for the 1-0, booked their place in the final.
But there's a but.
There is a significant negative for Nostalgia. Danny Sabbath, their veteran forward, usually comes off the bench, makes a difference.
Yeah, impact sub.
Exactly. He picked up an injury in that second half.
And the word is he's definitely out for the final now. That's a massive blow, isn't it? Losing that kind of experience, that tactical option late in a final.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
It really is a tactical headache for the coach.
Yeah.
You lose the skill, sure, but also that leadership, that flexibility he brings.
Right.
And it's fascinating, isn't it, how one injury can potentially shift the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
Not just for that game, but looking ahead to the final. It forces a rethink. Suddenly the bench looks a bit thinner, maybe?
Definitely puts more pressure on the starting 11 and the other options. Okay, so that was one semifinal, if you thought that was tense.
Uh-oh.
The other one, Paradense versus Gamma Calcio. This delivered, a comeback for the ages.
Okay, tell me more.
So Paradense from Encoats, they were on a good run, but like Alvarado, also missing a key player. Their creative spark, Jocko Loco, out injured.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Another team dealing with absences.
Yeah. And they were up against Gamma Calcio from Ilaria. Now, this is interesting. The reports note they made it to the semis without ever playing, quote, really well.
Okay, so maybe gritty, opportunistic.
That's exactly what it sounds like. A team that just finds a way, maybe not pretty, but effective.
Those teams can be dangerous. They know how to grind out results.
Well, their grit was tested immediately. Picture this. Paradense, 8 minutes in, already 2-0 up.
Wow, 8 minutes.
8 minutes, both goals from their striker, Kola Stupira. Just bang, bang! You have to wonder what Gamma Calcio were thinking then. Game over already.
Or maybe that just lit a fire under them. Some teams crumble, others fight back harder.
Well, Gamma Calcio definitely chose to fight. True to that gritty reputation, they weren't just gonna lie down. They mounted this incredible comeback, found the equalizer before halftime.
Still in the first half. After being 2-0 down, that's impressive.
And get this, the second of Gemma's goals, the equalizer, was an own goal. from Paradense's star player, Iku Ui.
Oh no, that's brutal. An own goal from your star player at a moment like that. Psychologically, that's just devastating for Paradense.
Absolutely. It completely changes the feeling of the game. So the second half, it was just fiercely competitive, back and forth, tackles flying in. You really felt extra time was coming.
A real battle.
Yeah, a war of attrition. But then, 10 minutes left, 80th minute, Raffaello Kainz, Gemma Calcio's central midfielder, he just produces this moment of magic. Another banger, as the reports called it. Unstoppable strike.
Wow. Individual brilliance, just cutting through the tension. Yeah. And yeah, connecting that to the bigger picture, that's often what decides these tight games, isn't it? That flash of genius that breaks a defense. Shows they aren't just about grinding.
Totally shifted the momentum again. Turned the score right around, 3-2 Gemma. Paradense then threw everything forward, desperate for another equalizer.
Leaving space at the back.
Exactly, which ironically led to Gemma hitting them on the counter. 93rd minute, they score a fourth. Seals it, 4-2 Gemma Calcio. What a turnaround.
Unbelievable stuff. So that sets up the men's final. Nostalgia versus Gemma Calcio. And here's the kicker, the really significant detail. These two, they played each other in the very first match at the group stage.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Nostalgia absolutely hammered Gemma. 5-1.
5-1. Wow, okay, that adds a whole different layer to the final, doesn't it?
It really does.
I mean, does that past dominance mean anything now? Especially when Gemma have clearly found incredible form and belief since then. The psychology of that is huge.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Will Nostalgia be overconfident? Will Gemma use that memory as fuel? Or will they see themselves as a completely different team now? It's a massive mental test for both sides.
Absolutely. Okay, let's switch gears. Let's turn to the women's bracket. Just as much at stake, just as compelling.
To do it.
First semifinal there. The number one favorites, Solnock 76 from Livadia Mariana, up against the big underdogs, Culturally Desportiva Unami from Dharmendra Karube.
Yeah, on paper, you'd expect Solnock to handle that fairly comfortably. A real David versus Goliath feel to it.
And, well, the game pretty much played out like that. Not many surprises, honestly. Solnock 76 just dominated, controlled the ball, set the pace.
Dictated the play.
Yeah. But interestingly, despite all that dominance, it actually took them till the second half to score.
Oh, really? So Unami defended well for a while.
They must have held firm. But Solnock finally broke through. 53rd minute, left winger Runa Kubismatos got the first. And then late on, 88th minute, right winger Phelan Lachute sealed it. 2-0 win.
Comfortable enough in the end then, but there's always a but in these semis, it seems.
Seems like it. What's the catch here?
Well, the negative for Solnock, despite the win, is that one of their key players, center midfielder Kristen Karolanias, she went off injured. And she's also going to miss the final.
Another key player out for a final.
Exactly. And it just highlights those razor-thin margins, doesn't it? Even when you dominate a game, you can lose someone crucial. It makes you think about squad depth, adaptability, that becomes so important for the final game.
Definitely. Okay, so Solnock are through, but with a key injury concern. What about the other women's semi?
This one was billed as a clash of titans, two really big teams.
Right, this was Flores de Lanquin, the second biggest champions in Marbella, against Maria Halom, the second biggest champions in Livadia Mariana, only behind Solnock 76.
So yeah, two powerhouses. You expected a much tighter contest here, less of an upset potential, more about which giant would come out on top.
And it delivered. It was tight. Flores de Lanquin actually scored first, and talk about timing, right before halftime.
Oof, that's always a big psychological moment.
Yeah, 46th minute. Striker Belinda Maquilabon did well, held it up, found the offensive midfielder Leah Oliveira Alonso, and she finished it. Great time to score just before the break.
You'd think that gives Flores a huge lift going into the dressing room. But credit to Maria Halom.
They came out fighting in the second half.
Absolutely. They came back much, much stronger, really took the game to Flores.
And they got the reward. 67th minute, the equalizer. And it was a bit special. Right winger Natasa Halas.
Yeah.
She played this brilliant inverted ball, curling in from the wing.
Right, draws the defense.
Exactly. Found the left back, Lilian Havas, who scored. A defender getting the equalizer.
Wow, okay. That's just some real tactical flexibility, getting a defender that far forward effectively.
And Maria Halom weren't done. They clearly sensed the momentum was with them.
Kept pushing.
Yeah. Just 6 minutes later, 73rd minute. This time, Natasa Halas, who got the assist earlier, she scored herself. Assisted by midfielder Rasa Nemeth. That made it 2-1 Maria Halom.
So they turned it completely around in that second half. Halas involved in both goals. What a performance from her.
Incredible second half from them. Flip the script entirely.
And what that means is we have an Olivedia Mariana final in the Women's Elite Cup. Szolnok 76 versus Maria Hallam.
An Olivedia Mariana final. Has that happened before?
It has, actually. Second time. Maria Hallam beat Lillehammer in the 2023 final, which was also an Olivedia Mariana affair.
Yeah.
It really says something about the strength of women's football in that region right now.
Wow, okay, so regional dominance confirmed again. But wait, there's more history here, isn't there?
There is. This is huge. Both Szolnok 76, who won back in 2020,
Right.
and Maria Hallam, who won last time in 2023, they're both going for their second Elite Cup title.
Okay.
And this is the really big one. This final will decide the first ever team from outside of Minor to win the Women's Elite Cup twice.
Whoa. So this isn't just a final, it's literally a head-to-head for a unique place in the history books, a battle for legacy.
Precisely. It's
Yikes.
massive. One of these clubs is going to etch their name even deeper into the history of the women's game, setting a new benchmark. The pressure of that historical weight, it's going to be fascinating to see who handles it better.
Absolutely. And there we have it. The Elite Cup finals are set. More drama definitely guaranteed. In the Men's Cup, Nostalgia versus Gema Calcio, that rematch, the history, the turnaround, so much intrigue. And in the Women's Cup, the Olivedia Mariana final, Szolnok 76 versus Maria Hallam battling for that historic second title, bragging rights, a place in the record books.
So as we look ahead to these massive games, it really leaves you with a big question, doesn't it, for you listening? Will that weight of past performance, that 5-1 for Nostalgia, or maybe the favorite status for Szolnok, will that prove too much? Or will the momentum from these incredible semifinal comebacks, especially for Gema and Maria Hallam, carry them through?
Yeah, good question.
And how much will those key injuries, we talked about Denny Sabbath for Nostalgia, Kristen Karlonius for Szolnok, how much will they impact the tactics, the shape of these finals? What really stands out to you about these matchups heading into championship weekend?
We've really only scratched the surface here today with these incredible semis. The finals, well, they promise even more twists, more turns, more heroes. Until next time, keep diving deep into the world of sports.
See that?